Hi, this is Ryan with Automatic Comics, and up next I've got a little bit smaller comic haul this week, but it was just about $1,350, so there's some pretty great books in this small package, so stay tuned. Alright, so before we get started, please remember to hit that like button and hit the subscribe button if you'd like to see more content like this. It really helps the channel. I really appreciate it. I just crossed 1,000 subscribers this week, so I was super excited about that. That was awesome, so thank you to everybody that has liked and subscribed to the videos. Now, I had mentioned in my prior unboxing video that I was going to start just doing weekly haul videos, so just what I got in that week, and I would do one video a week for that. And if I didn't get in anything, I wouldn't show anything. But this week, just got one package. I can't buy $10,000 and $20,000 in books every week, so I don't sell that much. Now, I have gotten a lot of comments, questions asking how I buy all these books, and I've mentioned in the comments, but I'll just kind of address it here. I sell books to buy books. So if I'm buying a lot of books, it means that I've sold a lot of books. And if I don't have as many books, it means I haven't sold quite as many books. So that's kind of how I fund purchasing, buying books, is selling other books. So a lot of the times, the books that I'm buying, that I'm picking up, are books that I am then going to sell. Now, if you see books on the the shelf behind me, like these guys, here, those are typically books that are on my not for sale list. The Wonder Woman is actually for sale, but I'm not gonna let that one go easy. So I really do like that book. So generally, if it's something that's up on my shelf in any of my videos, those are the books that are typically on my kind of tighter not for sale list. Now, all right, so talked enough about that. Let's get into this package. So this was from a new seller. Now, not a new seller like they haven't sold before, but a new seller for me, someone that I haven't bought from before. And so I just bought a couple books, but a couple pretty nice books, some pretty big keys, one from DC and one from Marvel. And I wanted to kind of see what their grading was like, because you can tell in something like this, it's a raw book. And so I wanted to be able to pick up those books, evaluate them myself, and see if this is somebody that I'd like to buy books from again in the future. Because I hadn't bought from this seller before, I did try to be a little cautious, with my grading and my assessments on this. But I felt like the prices were really good for what the books were, and so I'm real excited to get them. They're packaged really well. It's in a Gemini mailer. It's got you can see this the painter's tape with little pull tabs. So you can see the pull tabs and everything. So everything I like to see when books are shipped. And so that's good. Now, there are two books here. This first book, let's see what this one is. All right, so this is the first book. And this is Batman number 181. And it's pretty obvious from the cover here, but this is the first appearance of Poison Ivy. So one thing to always remember with this book that is very important if you're buying it raw is that there is a pinup in the center that has Batman and Robin in it, and it is often not there. It is often removed, and that's why a lot of times you'll see these books that are incomplete or graded at 0.5s because they're missing that centerfold. And so that's something to always check for. It's like a purple centerfold. I'll stick a picture of it up here so you can recognize it. But if you're ever buying this book raw, first thing to always check for. The seller did make sure to say that that was present in this book, and obviously I will check and do a page count and all of that as well. But something to make sure you always check when you are buying this book ungraded. And this is a super hot book right now. The Batman Rogues, especially the Silver Age ones, have been getting really expensive lately. This book, as well as the first Silver Age appearance of Riddler, Penguin, Mr. Freeze, all those characters are starting to get a lot more expensive, and this is a really popular one. This is a pretty big one. Now, the reason for that, I've talked about this in a prior video when I was talking about a record sale for this book. There had been a 9.8 that sold back in November for something like $90,000, and often when you have those really big sales of a high-grade book, it will pull up the prices of the lower grades. And that's really what I think we were seeing a lot of here with these books. You know, you see, you have a $90,000 sale for one of the books, and it really is going to impact the grades below it. And you know, this one was sold as a 6.0. I'll have to take a close look at it out of the bag and everything. It's got some color rub that is very normal for this book, but I might get it graded. We'll see. I'll have to think about it. But looks obviously really nice in the Mylar. But yeah, I've had a few copies of this book before, and color rub like this on this red cover is extremely common. You see it a lot. So getting a really clean copy without that color rub is pretty uncommon. All right, now for the second book. I'm really excited about this one with what's going on in the MCU right now, and this is Tales of Suspense, number 57, which is the first appearance of Hawkeye. He's on there 4 times, so it's a pretty great first appearance cover when you get the character multiple times on the cover. I don't know how often that happens, but I don't think it's very often. But this book has gotten really, really expensive lately because of the filming of the Hawkeye show, so that's going to be on Disney Plus. And so anytime you've got a show or a movie or anything like that, the books really start to heat up. And this is a lower grade copy. It's a 5 or a 5.5 graded, and this one is probably somewhere around a 3, maybe 3.5, something like that. I think there's a little, can't tell if it's staining or if it's just kind of like a wrinkling. I think there's a little staining down on the bottom, and then some little tears and all that. But still, a nice presenting copy, especially in the Mylar. Looks, real nice and complete, all that. Always excited to get big keys like this, especially early ones from the Silver Age. And so, this is a short video. Like I said, just what I got in this week, and this week it was just these 2 books. So first appearance of Poison Ivy, Batman number 181, and then first appearance of Hawkeye, Tales of Suspense number 57. So if you like this video, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you'd like to see more content like this, and I will see you in the next video.